Hi there.
Hi there.
Welcome to Gardening 2022, episode 21.
I am so cute in my outfit.
It's true, you got a pink dress and a pink hat. We have lots to do today. We're going to plant some shallots, right, Jane?
Yeah, that sounds fun.
And our tomatoes are a little bit sad. They have a lot of dead leaves on them. I think it was the septoria. Maybe just all the rain, but they're still going. I don't know. It's getting pretty dire on the tomatoes. And it's getting pretty dire on the cucumbers. I think I have not fertilized all year. I think that might be part of it. So I might do that. I have some hose adapter issues with the new hose link and my fertilizer thing. I don't really know. Maybe I think I bought them. I don't know. We're going to try and sort that out. And we're going to harvest the tomatoes, and we're going to plant some shallots, and we're going to plant some broccoli. And the lettuce is in really good shape, so we'll probably harvest some lettuce and some peppers, maybe some beans. And we're going to check on the corn, which is getting really tall, and I might need to raise already those hoops that I made last week. So we'll get started. Jane, you want to harvest some tomatoes, put them in the tub truck?
Okay, I need to go find a tub truck, though, but I don't know where the tub trucks are.
They're right over there. See?
Oh, let me go find one.
All right, we'll go do that. Let's go. Where did Jane go? There she is! Well, this is kind of sad. I just have so many leaves dying off of septoria. I'm cutting them back. I'll cut all that back, along with some weeds. We got a decent haul. Nothing like the last few weeks, but not bad. But, I don't know, man. These indeterminates are all just kind of drying up. The determinates, ironically, the Romas, are just doing great over there. They're sort of, these aren't doing good, these cherries here, but that cherry and that Roma are doing great, which makes me think next year I might just do all Romas in containers. That one container of Roma has delivered so much, so much, more than anything else. So, what do we learn? That soil was fertilized before I didn't get that weed. I went all the way back there to get that weed. That soil was fertilized before we planted, and I think it's still giving. It was pretty good. The soil that I put on the ground, I didn't put any amendments in as I planted. I should do that next year. Oh my God, more dead leaves. And there's a limit on summer tomatoes on vines. We're gonna let them go. There's still, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 7, 8, 9. No, this one's doing good. Maybe 10 tomatoes. I'll let those ripen up probably another week, and then I'm gonna pull out those plants. I might plant some more. See if I can't get a second batch. I don't know, but again, the Roma's still going good. Yeah, but still, all in all, I'm happy. I have made a lot of marinara this year. Not enough to get through the winter or anything, but it was a very productive year. Best year of tomatoes ever, so next year we'll do even more. Basil is still going strong. Amazing pollinators. Very happy with the basil. Just huge, absurd. This is the watermelon. I don't know if there are any watermelons on it. It's getting taken over by tomatoes. There was one out here, but I guess it's gotten eaten. I don't know. My mulch is an issue. You can see where I walk. It's wet because it drains from over there and it comes this way and it drains. So I think this summer, or this fall, when we do, the landscapers come and do all our mulch, I'm gonna have them put wood chip mulch in this whole thing. Take everything out, except for the Birdie's bed, of course, and wood chip mulch the whole thing. Just get really thick wood chip mulch down here, so it will be in a little bit better of shape. This apple tree is starting to get sad, so I think it needs to come out today. That one's dead. That one's good. Those two over there are good. Grapes are doing great. Yeah, this guy I need to plant. Focus on some positives here. The herb garden is doing great. That was very exciting. The rose has some roses. You can't see them. They're way up there. But they're doing great. Just gonna let that go. I've given up on figuring out what to do with it. Grapes are doing great. No more Japanese beetles. I think. Ooh, actually, I don't know. Maybe this is a hole. I'm gonna look. Double check. But I haven't seen any. But I haven't been out here much this week. That apple tree needs planting. That apple tree needs planting. Strawberries. This half of the bed is not doing great, but we do have our first strawberries finally at the end of the season. I mean, that half is doing great though. It's funny, I planted this half, it grew to that half is killing it. Potatoes, I think we're gonna harvest one potato today and see what kind of potatoes we have in there. It's supposed to be harvested in mid-August. It is close to mid-August, so we're gonna check one. Carrots, doing good. Probably not ready to thin. Let those go a little longer. Celery, nada, 1, 2 pieces. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. It was the right time of year to plant and everything. Just double check the almanac. And the lettuce. The lettuce is doing great. I think we could almost have a salad today. But I think we're gonna wait one more week. No, you know, I think we're gonna have some lettuce. Should we pick some lettuce, Jane?
Oh, I do.
Okay. Just tasted the lettuce and it's still too bitter, so we're gonna wait another week. Sound good, Jane?
Yeah.
We're gonna check out a potato. You wanna see if we got any potatoes? Okay. Well, we got 3 potatoes. They're bigger than the 3 potatoes we put in by a lot, 3 or 4x. But I put 3 potatoes in to start, and I got 3 potatoes out. So that was a failure. I'm so bad at potatoes. I'm feeling this dirt and it's moist, but it is definitely, it's got drainage. It's not bad. I don't know. I think bucket potatoes are not the way to go. God, that one grew finally, and I never mounded it. Thank you.
It's my dolly.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
What's going on?
Just gardening.
Oh, that sounds fun. Can I help? I'll stay in Daddy's pocket.
And what?
So, all those are probably useless.
What, Dolly?
I'm gonna give them another week though, because I don't feel like doing it this week.
What, Dolly?
I don't know. What do you mean, Jane? So if you look on the roots here, there are little potatoes growing. So maybe I'll give them longer. Actually, maybe I'll give those another month. I don't know, man. It's a bummer, but not entirely surprising. Next year, I will plant them in the ground, probably right where they are. Just, oh God, it's gonna suck digging them up though. I used to do that when I was a kid, dig up potatoes in the ground. It was a pain in the butt. I am not a fan. I can see weeds in here too. Weed. That might not have been a weed. Yeah, this pine needle mulch, much vaunted Carolina gold pine needle mulch, doesn't mulch very well. Okay, let's focus on some positives. These grapes are doing well. I'm going to guide them up. Yeah, guide that up there. Let's do that. These are doing pretty good. Slowly climbing all over these. This one's a little sadder, but I just got it wrapping that way now. So, you know, progress. One day this will all be covered and they'll all be graping. And I will have gotten those into dirt or giant containers somehow. Retroactively. Let's see how that works. Not promising. Okay, now we're gonna get some seed start mix made with cocoa core, and we're gonna do some seed starts for some broccoli that are gonna be outdoors but in seed trays until they get big enough to plant, which hopefully coincides with me removing some of the summer stuff out of a bed or two. I haven't quite figured out where. Maybe where the potatoes are, I don't know, but we're gonna get them seed started. Give us a few weeks to figure that out. I keep ordering cocoa core from the same place, from Amazon, from the same place, the same type, reordering, and it comes in different sizes, and this time it's individually wrapped in plastic, which is so annoying. Seed starting mix. Cocoa core, perlite, vermiculite, worm castings. Mix it up. Make sure it's wet. Good stuff, good stuff. Also, I have bought these desiccant packets because I got some water in my worm castings. So I've added a few in there. And we got our chili powder made. We made about 2 gallons. We have the old stuff here, and it too needs some desiccant packets because a couple of the chilies were just not quite dry, so that's going to dry it up for us. That is good shape. They might use that today. Maybe not. Anyway, let's plant some broccoli seeds. I've never done seed starts outside before. I always did them inside under a grow lamp. I'm a little bit worried because it's still in the 80s, high 80s, and the temperature on the broccoli was 70s to 80s, and on the cauliflower to 75, so it's gonna be too hot. But we're gonna try because I'm curious. I should bring a couple inside. Well, let me think about that. These guys are very sad. Half these leaves are black and dying. I don't know why. Maybe I cut too much back. Never heard you could cut too much back on cucumbers. But I looked up all the cucumber diseases, and there wasn't anything I could find that had nice organic remedies. It was all like actual herbicides, which I don't use. So I don't know. We're gonna prod around here and see if there's any more cucumbers, but I think we'll give it one more week. There's some fresh growth happening down on the bottom. I'm gonna give it one more week, and then I am going to cut it all back and prep the bed for snow peas for the fall. Welcome to Project Gardening, where one week you're in and the next week you're out. I used to be friends with Heidi Klum. Oh, how my life has changed. So, the minute I said I was going to take this bed apart and refresh it to plant peas next week, I got an uncontrollable urge to just take the bed apart. Getting kind of sick of cucumbers. I've harvested over 100. I've given like tons away to the food bank. Just got a bunch more here. Still have like 20 inside. I'm good. And I forgot, I want the bed to sit for a week before I plant in it, after I refresh it. And it's not a guarantee I'll refresh it this week, so let's just get started. Oh, also, the number of mites, just infinite number of these little white mites. I think that must be what is killing them. You can see them there hovering by the loofahs. Loofahs are doing great, by the way. Don't actually see any baby loofahs. And those mites seem to be settling on them now, which is bad. I'm gonna have to find out what they are. All right, well, decent haul. 2 servings of shishito peppers, 3 or 4 jalapenos, 3 banana peppers, and the Johnny's Red Flames are starting. Just 3 of them. Most of them haven't turned red yet, but still, that's pretty exciting. And what's alarming, though, is my Thai peppers are just so stunted. I don't know what's up with that. There's a lot of them, but they're turning red at this little... At first, I thought they were buds and they're just going to get bigger, but see, right in there? They're turning red without getting big first. I don't know, might be shade. This is shady from those trees. I think I might try a different bed next year. Peppers are only a moderate success this year. Actually, I want to look in the almanac and see if I can plant some more. I'd love to get some more bell peppers and try the Thai red ones again. Maybe in containers. Let's think about that. Now we're going to do these beans. I see some beans on there. Give them to my mother-in-law. I feel good about that. Got about 45, 50 beans. 2 servings. Give one to my mother-in-law. She loves the beans, so that is very exciting. It is lunchtime. See you in a bit. It's the first batch of shallots that we cured a month ago. Yay, shallots! Hey, we got the shallots from last week. We're getting a little bit of growth. Nothing much. It's that one little thing right there. Doesn't even look like a shallot, actually. But, we'll keep them going. And now we're going to plant the rest of this bed. I think 5 more rows of shallots, and I'm going to do 1 row of beets at the end because I want some beets for Thanksgiving. That's my goal. All right, those shallots are all planted, 2 types of shallots and 1 row of beets. I thinned out these radishes. This corn's going good. It looks like we have another week there of grow space, so we're not going to worry about heightening these hoops yet this week. Now we're going to go fill that bed and make some dirt so it can sit for a week before we plant peas, maybe 2 weeks. Well, that was an extraordinary amount of work. I almost forgot to put the drip tape back on the bed, which would have been bad because that is the main line that goes to the entire garden. So it would have had a giant flood, nothing would have gotten water. Probably wouldn't have noticed for a week. I'm not convinced that buying bulk dirt and separate vermiculite, perlite, worm castings, blood meal, and cocoa coir and mixing it all is any cheaper than just buying the bag dirt. I guess I save on plastic, but my God, it's so much work. I'm so exhausted. And I still got a pile of dirt in the driveway. Over my lunch break, I looked up white aphids on cucumbers, and it said spray them with neem oil, and I think that's what I did other years, and I didn't do it this year, so that's probably what was happening. So live and learn, but I did spray these loofah vines, and they're still milling about, but now they can't really land on them, so maybe we will get rid of those. Also, on my lunch break, I looked up planting pears and apples, and I should wait a couple more weeks. So I'm going to, even though it looks sad, plus I need a couple things I don't have to get them planted. So I am done for the week. I'm very tired. I'm very dirty. I'm gonna go take a shower. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next week.